Alright guys, what's going on? It's been a while since I've made a video. Um, a lot of crazy shit's been happening. Um, Finally moved from my friend's house, renting a room um, out in Illinois still, but yeah, I finally got off my friend's couch, so at least, I'm somewhat semi-happy about that. Um, but yeah, so I had to move all my stuff from his house over to the new place, the room I rent out. Started working this new job. This new job's going decently well. It's not too hard for now, which is good because I can't really deal with a huge stressful job right now. Um, some other stuff has been going on. I got a big hospital bill from the hospital that I went to, and I'm trying to get the insurance to pay for it, and it's this big mess right now. It's really stressing me out. But I wanted to talk about Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen Alpha, the up-and-coming Gen Alpha. I guess the title of this video is going to be called Dead End Future question mark, because it really seems like it's up in the air as to whether or not there's a future for any of us right now. Um, we have people say, we got people saying, "Oh, well, Trump will fix it." I really don't think anybody can fix America at this point. I think America is pretty much doomed. I think ever since we got off, there's a lot of reasons why I think America is just done for. Um, but obviously, one of those being the incredibly low-paying jobs that we have that just don't offer anything of value. I mean, they don't offer healthcare benefits. They don't offer good wages. They don't offer a steady, schedule. Um, I received a call from, obviously I'm not going to take it, but I received a call from this job to another one, which I'm not going to take, but it was to work at Ardent Mills, which is like a pancake place, I think it was, or something. And the requirements that they ask you is just downright ridiculous. I mean, they wanted you to wear a respirator. They wanted you to work like 3 different shifts, rotate 3 different shifts from third shift to second shift to first shift. And they would be the pay scale would be all over the place. And it's just like, like, God, like, the requirements just keep getting more and more ridiculous. And people have no power as to whether or not they they have to work these jobs. Most people have to work these miserable jobs because it's all there are. There's all there is are these miserable jobs. And Millennial Steam, he had picked apart a comment. He had made a video on that comment regarding I don't know if anybody of you guys know Millennial Steam, but again, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go subscribe. If you're into the rant videos, and if you like videos that dive in deep to the topic of poverty and the wage slave system that we currently have in today's society, then I highly recommend you go out and check Millennial Steam's channel, because he really makes a lot of good points. And I think that people hate on, I think a lot of people hate on him. I think a lot of people hate on other channels because those are the channels that get into the truth of how the world actually is right now, how society is right now. And people might call it pessimistic. You might call this video pessimistic, from what I'm saying. How dead end future? How could you say there's no future? There's always a future if you work hard enough. It's like, guys, I mean, I'm not saying I'm throwing in the towel, but like, Jesus, like 30 years old, and I feel like I in the last 10 years, I have nothing to show for it. Since I started working, since I was 19, I don't have barely any savings. I've worked all these dead end menial jobs that don't lead anywhere, that do promise career advancement but don't ever lead anywhere. Um, the jobs that I keep taking are progressively lower in pay every single time. I mean, I went from $28, $29 an hour to 25, 23, 22 to $20 an hour to now what I'm making, around 17 something an hour. But sure, it is overtime and double time, but still, it's like the wages keep getting lower, the job requirements keep getting higher. I mean, they're still asking for 5+ years for an entry level position at an entry level job, doing something anybody can do that doesn't require a bachelor's degree in reality. It doesn't require an associate's degree or a master's degree, but it's like they want these degrees for some reason. So, well, not for some reason. It's like they want these degrees so they can have the higher educated person and they don't have to pay the higher educated person any more money than they would someone who isn't, college educated or didn't go to university. So it's just, you know, and I talk to, I have friends who are younger, and I know people who are younger as well, and I talk to them and they don't seem to be doing anything with their lives. It's not everyone, but like I see so many of Gen Z and even younger and even millennials say how they still can't afford to live. They can't afford to live any kind of life. I mean, they have, you know, most of my friends in general, I'll give you an example. Most of my friends are not able to live any kind of life. Like my friend just got evicted out of his apartment, lost his job, got evicted. It's so easy to screw up in America too. That's another thing. I don't want to get too off topic here, but he lost his job, got evicted from his apartment, and now like, he just has no plan. Now he's last time I talked to him, like last time I hung out with him, he was playing video games in his aunt's basement because it's like, what else are you supposed to do? What else are you supposed to do? There is no free education. Our taxes don't pay for education. Our taxes don't pay for healthcare. Um, it's like the people that vote these Republicans and conservatives in, they don't believe in anything free. They don't believe in free healthcare. They don't believe in any kind of socialist programs whatsoever. They think any kind of socialist program is just pure socialism. It's ridiculous. Like they don't believe in helping any person of any kind with the tax money that we're already paying, and they just don't believe in any programs. I don't know why this just turned off. Excuse me. Um they don't believe in any programs. They think everyone should be out for themselves. They think that if you don't have what you want in life, then you're just not working hard enough. And I'm here to tell you that I have been busting my ass looking for a better job, trying to get into a trade. And I was looking at heating, HVAC, I should say, and I got more information on this HVAC program. But there's a long waiting list to get into this school. You can't just get in. There's a year or two long waiting list to get into, to not even get into, to see if you're going to get approved for this trade school. And I've applied for other trade jobs. Like I've said, I've applied for plumbing. I've applied for electrician apprentice. I've applied for other jobs, and it's just I don't ever hear back from them. Maybe I don't know. Like maybe I am doing something wrong. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. But I like to believe I am. I mean, I at least I got off my friend's couch, I guess. Um, but I look around and I don't go on, I really don't like TikTok, but I've seen the Gen Z TikTok rants about inflation, about the economy. I've seen Gen Z constantly talk about, you know, how bad the economy is. And also the millennials. I've seen the millennials talk about how bad the economy isn't too. And it's just, it makes me, you know, it makes me feel a little bit better, and it makes me believe that it's not just me that's not trying hard enough. Like there's something, it's just not something, like it's just gotten to the point where you have to be a special kind of person to carve out a life for yourself. And you have to have had already experience, or already have had experience, in order to get into these higher um brackets of jobs, these higher tier paying jobs. And it really just seems like to me that unless you have that experience already, you're not getting into that higher paying job. Or unless you have somebody that you know, unless you have connections, and somebody, you know, vouches for you, swears up and down that you're a good fit for whatever company that pays more, then you're just not going to get into that company. Because why would they hire somebody who's an outsider, who they know nothing about, who it's a risk to their company. They're not going to invest money into somebody, even if the resume does look good. Even if you, let's say, hypothetically, you put, you know, that you have experience for so and so job, even though you know you don't, they're still most likely not going to hire you, because they're taking a chance with somebody who's an outsider. You know, they don't know this person. Nobody has vouched for you. You know, you're not a friend of a friend, or anybody, you know, anybody like that. So it's, even with the experience, even going to school, once you get out of school, you still don't have the experience. So experience is always going to be number one. If anything I've learned in my 30 years, experience is always going to be number one. And without experience, you're just not getting that better paying job, because nobody's going to get you the experience. Nobody's going to take a risk on you, because companies don't want to possibly lose money by taking a risk on you. I mean, it makes perfect sense, but at the same time, it's just like, what are you supposed to do? And I really don't think there's much you can do unless you have experience, or you know somebody who can get you into a certain field. I think that, you know, millennials and especially Gen Z are going to continue playing Fortnite in the basement, or playing video games, or geez, I don't, not all Gen Z obviously, but I do know a lot of Gen Z that are doing that. And I think that it just makes perfect sense as to why they're doing it too. I mean, you know, like I don't I don't know what else to say, I guess, other than you know, I guess we can only hope for the economy to get better. But the way this society is set up, it's like, if you don't have experience and you don't have connections, then you're just not going to get into a better paying job, and you're just going to have to stay at the bottom. So I don't know. I guess, you know, if there's one good thing that's happened in my life recently, at least I got out of my friend's house. So this is just kind of a rant video, I guess, about, you know, where I think the future is headed for not only Gen Z millennials, but all future generations. So until next time, guys, before I end this video, again, like I said, check out Millennial Steam. He's a really great channel for anything related to the current state of the economy and poverty, and, you know, horrible jobs and things like that. So I really recommend you check his channel out. Thank you all for watching the video. Again, like every comment, every like that you give my channel means a lot. It really means the world. So I'm gonna end this video here. I have to get up early and work tomorrow. But if you have any other video recommendations for me, feel free to put a comment down below. Let me know. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you dislike it, feel free to dislike it. That's totally fine. In the future, I will be making more videos on narcissism. It's just that I haven't as of late, as I'm just trying to I'm still on my own healing journey as far as you know, growing up with narcissistic parents. So I don't like to do videos as often on narcissism anymore. But it's not to say that I'm not going to. Obviously, this is a narcissism channel. But I'm just trying to get into a better headspace right now. I'm trying to kind of heal a little bit more. I will be doing more videos, obviously, on narcissism, narcissistic people, narcissistic parents. But as of right now, I'm just kind of taking it easy on those videos, as I don't really feel like getting into it right now, and I don't really know exactly a good topic to talk about as of yet. But don't worry, like I said, guys, I will be uploading more videos on narcissism, and also the state of the economy. And hopefully in the future, I will have good news this year, because it is a new year. I don't like to be all pessimistic. So again, I hope all of you guys are having a great 2024. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for watching this video. And until next time, guys, this has been Deconstructing Narcissism, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.